When I learned about this particular story here, this story right here reminds me of the Tatiana Jefferson situation where you had cops uh, firing and firing the house and end up hitting a woman and end up killing her. Um, and the police officer on that case ended up going to trial. And if I'm not mistaken, that individual did get found guilty of that. Um, I know there was a lot of delays in that particular trial for whatever reason or whatever, but here we are again. We got cops firing in people's homes, unwarranted, unprovoked, unjustified, and unlike Tatiana Jefferson, this woman actually survived this encounter. So that's good news on that front. So this article is coming from ABC13.com in Houston, Texas, where the Harris County Sheriff's Office says two of his deputies believed a woman was an intruder when they shot inside her apartment Saturday morning in Northeast Harris County. The sheriff's office said the deputies were responding to a burglary call at the Pines Woodforest Apartments on Uvalde Road about 2:10 a.m., but did not find the intruder. Deputies were on the scene when Robert Mitchell told Eyewitness News that he heard another break-in in an apartment above him. He said that he was sitting on the couch and he just started hearing glass breaking. He called 911, flagged down the deputies who had responded to the first burglary call. When the deputies went to investigate, the sheriff's office said they saw a broken window with raised blinds. The Harris County Sheriff's Office says the deputies announced their presence. Uh, the resident who called in the 911 said that he heard the knock on the door. Nobody responded, and then 5 seconds later, they heard gun. And then deputies said they saw a woman with a gun walking towards the door, and that's when they opened fire, hitting the 28-year-old who shares the apartment with her girlfriend. The sheriff's office announced on Saturday afternoon that one of the women had forgotten their keys and smashed the window herself. Deputies later found the gun in the apartment, which they said it looks like the one they saw the woman carrying. And the cell phone video provided to Eyewitness News, you can see the woman being ordered downstairs after the shooting. She yells, "Don't shoot," because she lives there. Deputies ordered her onto her knees and then handcuffed her. The injured woman was taken to the hospital and, according to the neighbor, returned to the apartment later on that day. Now, both of the deputies in this encounter has been placed on administrative leave pending the outcome of the internal investigation. The case is also being referred to a grand jury. And look, this this is crazy. So this is why I don't have no sympathy with the cops and shit. I was in the military. We always get taught about the deadly force triangle. Now, the police gets that same training the military get when it comes to that particular um, form of training, right? To where you have to meet the deadly force triangle in order to open fire. What's up, Sean? You have to meet the deadly force triangle in order to open fire. This was a situation that was unprovoked, right? It was unwarranted. It was unjustified. Just because somebody has a gun on them, have they shot the gun yet? No, they have not shot the gun yet. Just because somebody got a gun in their hand, don't mean you just pull your shit out and just start going chitty chitty bang bang. Now if they raise that gun up and they're pointing, yeah, then at that point you better let go. And you shoot to stop the threat. You do not shoot to kill. You shoot to stop the threat. Center mass in the most available area of the target. That's any police officer, anybody that was in the military, they get that same training. They get that same training. But I'm gonna tell you what really happens in a lot of these trainings though. And I'm giving y'all game for free 99. There's some, you know, there's some shit I ain't even supposed to be talking about. But I'm gonna tell you what really happens in these trainings. You get this instructor that is going to tell you that, oh, these people out here to kill you. You got to be able to protect your life at all costs and all that. That's the kind of stuff that gets pumped in their heads before they get this training. And that's all they think about. They think about what that instructor told them in that classroom, and on that and out there on the field while they out there doing target practice and all that. They get fed that stuff in their head about you need to be able to go home at night, and you need to be able to defend yourself at all costs, because the general public they're out there to destroy you. There's bad people out there that's going to kill you. All that stuff. That's the kind of shit that gets pumped in their heads. So it's always that fear in the back, going in the back of their mind while they're at an encounter, whether it be a routine traffic stop or at a house call. So, and you can tell that a lot of these cops, when they go investigate the scene of a crime or whatever, whether it be a shooting, a traffic stop, or that, they already got their gun in their hand. Already got the gun in their hand. Ain't got no justification, ain't got no reasonable expectation to pull it out, but they already got their gun in their hand when they're going to approach you. Hell, they even get trained on what to say, so that way when they do go to trial, it gives the illusion that they're doing their job, and 9 times out of 10, they'll get off. They get trained on what to say. So even though you're not resisting, but they're beating you and kicking you while you're on the ground, while you handcuffed, they'll be like, stop resisting, stop resisting, stop resisting. Or you cannot have a gun on you. They'll shoot you. You're down on the ground bleeding, and they're like, gun, gun, before they shoot. That's the kind of stuff they get trained on what to do before they go to court, because so that way when they see the video footage and they see you as the police officer, hey, this the I've been trained to do this, that, and the third. I'm going by the book. More often than not, man, that cop gonna get off. Now, we've seen cases where it didn't work out in their favor. The Amber Geigers, the Michael Slagers, because Michael Slager has been, I don't think he ever getting out of prison. He shot a man as he was running away, killing him. And if it weren't for that video that got out, Michael Slager, for all intents and purposes, would have gotten off. And then when you got willing and able white supremacists and his enablers and bootlicks alike run a coordinated effort, like in the Breonna Taylor case, right? Because all them cops that broke into Breonna Taylor's house that night and killed her, and then try to railroad Kenneth Walker in the process, off all off a bullshit ass search warrant. Yeah, all of them should have went to jail. Daniel Cameron too, because that was a gross miscarriage of justice and a dereliction of duty on his part. Fucking clown. I can't stand you. Fucking idiot. Anyway, so this is where we at. And I noticed that the Harris County Sheriff's Office would not release the names of the two female cops that was involved in this encounter. They're really doing a number in protecting those two individuals. Like, if I'm not gonna show the video because the video is graphic, but when you do see the video, there's two ladies that was at the scene, but they would not release the names of these individuals. Why are you protecting them? Why are they being protected? I mean, you have no issue plastering this woman's name and face all up on the screen for public consumption. Why ain't those cops getting the same kind of energy? Because our tax dollars are paying their salary. In case anybody didn't know that, our tax dollars, your tax dollars, are paying their salary. The individual you see on the thumbnail goes by the name of Ebony Pouncey. She's 20 years old. The body cam footage that was released, you can hear them knock and say sheriff's office. They got into the house. They were watching TV. The victims, they said they got into the house. They were watching TV. And there was a knock on the door at the time. They got up. She grabbed a gun, and she went to greet whoever was at the door. Because this is the thing: if you um oh yeah, that's another thing too. They do act like they own us. Because this is my thing. And I don't blame the women in this case. If you don't expect a knock on the door at 2 in the morning, if you didn't order pizza, if you didn't invite anybody over, why in the fuck is somebody knocking on your door at 2 in the morning? Shit. I would expect you to go grab your gun because you don't know what the fuck might be happening next. If you didn't order pizza, if you didn't invite anybody over, and you just get a random knock on the door at 2 in the morning, you're gonna be like, hey, what the fuck? And then they might say they might be police, but how do you know that for sure? You don't know that for sure. So I don't blame them for grabbing their gun or whatever like that. Because the window was broken and she believed she was taking safety precautions at the time of the night. She was trying to do the right thing. Now, Pouncey was struck 5 times, including twice in the chest. She said she didn't realize the gunshot sounds at first, and it took her a while before realizing she had been shot. She said she started seeing holes in the walls as she was standing there, and then she realized it was something coming through the apartment. When the gunfire finally subsided, a cell phone video shared with ABC 13 showed Pouncey's friend being ordered downstairs by deputies. Pouncey remains upstairs before making her way downstairs as well. She got off the ground after she had prayed, and then she walked to the door. She held onto the rails and just made her way down. It'll be a long road to recovery for Pouncey, the mother of a 1-year-old girl. She currently uses a walker to get around, even sitting for her interview. caused their pain. Pouncey retained high-profile civil rights attorney Benjamin Crump to represent her. Crump told Eyewitness News that Pouncey will continue to explore her legal options. Now, also about this case, the case has been referred to by a grand jury. This is crazy. This is crazy. They ain't even did nothing wrong. They ain't even did nothing. And all of a sudden, somebody yells out gun, and they just go, you know, chitty chitty bang bang, both of them, emptying that clip. They literally emptied they emptied the fucking clip. Mm-mm-mm. You gotta let me know what y'all think about this one. This is crazy. This story here is crazy. But the good news in all this is that the woman and her friend have survived this encounter. But we've seen cases to where the victims did not survive this encounter because of these ratchet ass cops that want to shoot first and ask questions later. Instead of doing their fucking jobs, they want to sit up there and pull out their gun. And then, where are you people at that's talking about the Second Amendment in this one? Huh? Where are you people that talk about Second Amendment? Hey, we gotta protect the Second Amendment. Are you gonna advocate for the Second Amendment for these individuals right here? Or is only when it's white people involved that's when you start talking this shit about the Second Amendment? If you're not subscribed to this channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and share these videos on your social media platform. Last but definitely not least, shouts out to the LBBC. See, you did because y'all didn't advocate for Second Amendment with Kenneth Walker, but Kyle Rottenhouse, they ran your mouth all day about the Second Amendment. Shit's disgusting. What's up, Day Love, Big Wash? Salute to all y'all. Y'all just came to the end of the stream. So I thank everybody for tuning in. This your man. Scream at me. Ho!